Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please, if you've not subscribed, do well to subscribe. Thank you. Today we'll be creating this social media flyer design. I got this from an app I have on my phone. So I'm going to take you through how I created this with my smartphone. So before that, I'll go to Pixellab to edit the screenshot. So this is the screenshot from Pixellab. This is how it looked like initially. So I want to remove all these details here so that I can put my own write-up. So I'm just going to gently clean all of this. You can also do this using your Snapseed and using your photo room, but I just want to use Pixellab because Pixellab gives me just what I want, the way I want it. Photo room kind of leaves a kind of an imperfect image. Is perfect though, but I prefer Pixellab. So you can still use photo room or Snapseed. So you see all that is gone. A little down there you can see that icon, so I'll go and remove it again. So I'm going to clean off all the parts, even the edges, so that I'll have a plain image, a plain background to work with. So when I'm done, I click on the good side, then I will download this, then we'll head back to Pixellab to continue. So here in Pixellab, I'm just going to go to my project interface and go to the plane part to erase everything. Next, I'll go to my image size. I'm going to give this the Instagram size 4:5, ratio 4:5. Next, I'll choose a background color for this. I use this color that is default on Pixellab. This is also the color of the app. Then I'll go to my gallery to get the image. So here's the image of the lady I used. You can use any other one you have, but I'll be sharing these resources in the description section, so you can download this if you want to. So I'll just resize this. If you notice it's becoming blurry, but never mind, when you save your work everything will be perfect. So I'll go and lock that up. After locking that up, I'll make sure it's in the middle using my relative position. Then next, I'm going to start inputting my text. I used Oliviar Sans for this design. I think just 2 fonts, Oliviar Sans and one other font, Anton. So I made a duplicate so that I'll input another text. So this design is quite straightforward and simple. You just watch till the end. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe. Subscription is free. Turn on your notification bell so that you get notified when I post new videos. So I'm just trying to position this properly and adjust them accordingly. Now I'm going to give the text a shadow. I'm going to use a darker version darker color of the background color. I'll just make it darker. Shadows are usually darker. Then I'll reduce the transparency. I don't want it to be so obvious. Reduce the blur reduce, then offset it to the y-axis like so. So I noticed the shadow isn't that visible, so I'm going to reduce the opacity, increase the bit to 47%. So this is much better. So I'll do the same for dial. I'm just going to increase the size of that. I'll make a copy of that because I want to place this on her shirt so that it will be there. Then I'll change the color. I'll reduce the I'll remove the shadow, change the color to the dark green. So later on we'll work on this so that it will seem as if it was placed on her clothes, but for now let me just make the color darker. So this was how I got the dark color from the background. I just made it darker to gave it a shade. Then I'll reduce the size and place it over there. So I just want to change the font for that one, give it a tall font. So I used this font Anton for it. I checked Bibas was too thin, so I used Anton for it. Just something tall. Then I increase the size. Okay guys, if you're yet to subscribe, please do it to subscribe. So now I want to bring in the screenshot. Went to the shape, selected a square, then adjust it to fit the size of your phone. Then after placing it this way, I'll increase the radius so that it will curve like the curves on the phone. So if you notice it's not properly placed, so go to rotate and rotate it at angle -1. So just make sure it's properly placed. It's not fixed that it must be -1. Just make sure it's properly placed. So the next thing I'll do, go to my texture to give it a texture. From my gallery I got the screenshot and I'm placing it there. So enable maintain ratio. Alright, so this is what we have, guys. I'll go to layers and take that down and lock it up. So next I'll go to my shapes. I want to fade out this image so that it will blend with the background. I made a video on this. In case you don't know how to do it, you can check out the video on my previous videos, how to blend an image, how to fade it out with the background. So that's what I've done to this very image. I sent it to the back, then brought it to be on top of the image directly. So that's just what I've done now. So I'll go to my shapes and I want to create 3 curved rectangles for my text here. So I'm going to be moving this lady to the right so that I'll have more space on the left. So having done that, I'll go back to edit this rectangle. I'll go to shadow to give it a shadow, a light shadow. Then because our image is tilted, I'll just tilt this at an angle, a suitable angle, -2 or -1. -1 is the best for now. Then I'll make a copy of that and I'll go to edit and reduce the size of this one. The middle one, I reduced the size and also tilted it at an angle, a suitable angle. So I also make a copy of that, the first one, and place it as a third rectangle. So after creating the rectangles, I just want to move them together. I'm moving them down together to fit the space that I have for them. So I'll go to my text to start inputting the text here. So I'll input the text, then I'll give them a dark green color. I'll vary their sizes. So you just watch and see what I did. So if you noticed, I varied the sizes of the write-offs beneath. Like buy airtime is bigger than and data, pay bills is bigger than TV subscription and co, send and is bigger than receive money. So just vary the sizes. I'm going to be inputting this greater than sign, and I'll be using another font for that. I used another font because this is the font that gave me that sign in a very good way. The other fonts I tried, they were either too thin or too narrow and so on. So this is the one that gave me what I wanted. So I'm just going to place this at the edges of these rectangles. So this is what we have. I'm going to use my grid line to make sure that they are all on a straight line. So they look perfect now. So I'm also going to use my grid lines to place these write-ups on a straight line too. Next, I'll go to my gallery to bring in these two icons. I'll crop this and take the first one, reduce the size and bring it down. Then later on I'm going to make a copy of it and crop it to get the other part. From my gallery, I'll bring in the logo of the app. So this is the app, the logo of the app, Raven Bank. So I'll just reduce the size. Then I'll go to erase color to remove the white background, like so. Then I'll go to color to give this a white color. So next I'll turn on my grid lines. I want to align these icons properly. I'll set this to 95. That means the other part will be set to 5%. That makes up 100%. So I'm going to move these icons to the left and right as the case may be. This one to the right, then the other two black icons, I'll move them to the left to align them with the grid line. If you've watched my tutorial on Pixellab, you will know how to set the positions of the grid lines. So you can go see that video if you are confused at this moment. So I moved those two icons, the black ones. I moved them together, so everything is well aligned now. Next, I'll go to my layers. I want to fine-tune the image we used. I'll just increase the contrast to make it a bit sharp and bright. Then I'll make a copy of this image. I want to use it to kind of make that write up on her clothes look real. So you watch and see how I did that. With my eraser, I'll clean off the parts that I don't want. I just want that part where that write up is. So I'll gently clean off the other parts. So this is what we have. I'll make sure it's aligned with the actual picture that we have there. Then I'll go to erase color and pick the color of the clothes to erase it. Then I'll increase the tolerance. I'll go to my layers and arrange this to be on top of the main image and the blending. Then I'll bring that text *234#. I'll bring it down so that this one will be on top. I'll try to place that properly. I'll still go to erase the unwanted parts. I'll just reduce the opacity of the image I erased the color. Then I'll erase the other parts that are coming out. I just want the part of the write-up to show. Right, so this looks like it's embedded on her clothes a little bit, so it's not so perfect, but this will do. From my gallery, I brought in this picture, resized it to 3:4. Then I'll further resize it here. I want to use it as the background, so I'm going to go to color filters and adjust the hue. I've also taught this in one of my tutorials on how to blend backgrounds, so I'm going to look for to check if I'll be able to get the color of the background I'm using. And I'll increase the brightness, increase the contrast. So I'll take that to the back and I'll go to reduce the opacity. Having done that, I'll lock the background image up. So I think we are really done here. So just look around for any adjustment we need to make. If you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that you get notified when I post new videos. So I'm going to save this in ultra mode, and that is all for this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please share the video with others, like this video so that it will get to others, and leave a nice comment. Thank you for watching.